Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This channel is about my crafty hobbies that I love, which is cross stitch, a little bit of sewing, eventually a little bit of quilting, card making, which include paper crafting, which includes card making, treat boxes, gift card holders, that kind of a thing. I really enjoy that. A little bit of scrapbooking, but I probably won't do many videos on that. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. If you like what you see, please be sure to like the channel, hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video, and make sure that you like the video. I would really appreciate it. I am going to turn this ring light off because that reflection in my glasses is making me a crazy person. Okay. All right. It's all right. We can work with that. I have a fully finished object today. I just literally finished it. Burnt my finger. I've got a nice little, you can see it. Nice little burn on my finger from the hot glue gun. Haven't done that in decades, but it's darling. And then I have a new start, and a couple of things came in, and I got quite a bit of stitching done. So not a lot on one piece, but a little bit on several. So let's go ahead and start. Let's start with the fully finished object. So last week I finished the stitching of summer, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. This is the Fat Quarter Shop quarterly stitch with Stitching with the Housewives, and this is what I just finished, and I burned my finger on the hot glue. I did film it, how I finished. So I will do my best to put a video together, and it'll probably go up when I'm on vacation. So it'll be a few weeks, but yeah, so this was my vision. Once I got this part of it done and the sunflowers, it popped into my head that I wanted to have the little sunflowers on here, and I found the perfect bunch at Hobby Lobby. So I've got sunflowers galore, and so I finished it off. The only thing I think I would have done differently, and if I had enough sticking board, I would have, is I wish I had made this. This is a 1/4 inch bigger than the actual stitch size. So the stitch size is 7 by 5, and I made this sticky board 1/4 inch bigger all the way around for a narrow border. And then I just wanted another narrow border around with the Chelsea's Checks fabric. So I cut this board 5.5 by 7.5 by 5.5, and I probably should have gone 7 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I think I would have been a little happier with it. But I'm thrilled. I love it. I love it so much. I did the back, just spray painted. One thing I will say I might put some varnish, because do you see? I had to sand some of the paint off on the front and the back because it would not fit in the board. So I think the next 2 boards that I do, I'm going to put painter's tape before I start painting the board. And so I probably will maybe put a little varnish to help that go away. I added a little bit of paint, but it was chalk paint, not spray paint, so I don't know. Either that, or I might spray a little spray paint on a rag or something and wipe it in there. I don't know, I'll figure it out. It's on the back, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, done. Love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's see if it'll fit here. Yep. It looks cute. I like it. New start. I couldn't help myself. I had to start the Beach Boardwalk series, which is the ice cream shop from Cottage Needleworks. I was debating a while ago if I wanted to stitch these all individually, which was my first plan. I don't really have anything beachy themed to put in dough bowls or decorations on my tier tray, that kind of a thing. So I thought, okay, I'll stitch these individually, and then I think somebody said that they were going to stitch it all in one row, or maybe it was Fat Quarter Shop made a comment about it, and I thought, oh. So that's what I did. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Star Sapphire linen by Witchelt. It's a really pretty light beachy sagey green, really pretty. So it's pretty long, but this is my start. Let me fold this up. I love the colors. They're very soft, beachy. I love it on the fabric. At first I thought this green wasn't going to show up because it's almost the same color as the fabric, but it did. This needle minder does not go with this series, but I liked it, so I picked it up. I did get the thread pack, so these are all the threads for the entire series. I think there's 6 charts. And here they are. Just real pretty, beachy, blues, greens, teals, the peachy pinks, the sand colors. So yeah, so I started that. Could not help myself. I'm glad I did start it too. I told myself I was gonna wait to start anything new until I finished a few things, and I have finished a couple of things, but I really wanted to get my whip bag down in size, but I don't know, somebody was talking about it on a Flosstube I watched, and I thought, yeah, I gotta start that. So I did. I put a few stitches in last night on Land That I Love, which is my birthday stitch for last year. The last time I showed this, I had just finished the house. And now I've, hold on. Now I've started working on the area below this house. So right down here, I brought this over, I added the leaf. Had to take out a few stitches down here because I had stitched part of this before. So I had to take a few stitches out because they got fuzzy and they weren't defined anymore, and I think it was from the hoop, so that's something to keep in mind. But that's where I'm at with this one, and I'm stitching this with the called for flosses on, I believe it's 40 count vintage country mocha. Yeah, 40 count vintage country mocha Newcastle linen by Zweigart, and I'm using called for. So not a lot of colors, but they're really pretty. So I decided to put a little bit of time in on this last night. I didn't put more time in because I made a decision on my my birthday start for this year and an anniversary start. My anniversary is on Monday, and that will be 30 years. Can't believe it, 30 years. So I picked out a start for Monday, and I picked out a birthday start. I'm still waiting for fabric for both. no, just for my birthday. So I'll show you what I've got done so far and what I've picked, and then when the fabric comes in, I need to make a decision. I ordered a couple of different things. Star Spangled Ornaments. I am almost done. I have been working in the mornings this week on this one, and I discovered a few mistakes on a couple of them, so I had to change how I was doing it. But I finished the flip-flops. This one gave me quite a struggle. This is why I don't take a color and stitch the whole thing, and this is why I've stopped stitching the entire border very rarely. I think I did it on one of Hello from Liz Matthews, where I stitched the whole border first. I don't do that very often because I always find a mistake and I have to rip some of it out or all of it out or try to figure out a workaround. This is very difficult to find a workaround because of the shape. And then I was able to finish the blueberry pie. And what I am working on right now is this star. So I got that far. What I had done is I forgot to add these pebble colored crosses at the end of each of those white lines. So it wasn't a mistake. It was I just left it off. I forgot. So I added those in and I started the red. And then this one I'm going to have to really take some time. I think I'm off a stitch or two down at the bottom, half a stitch, and it's bugging me. And I don't think once I do the fill in that it's going to work. So I'm going to have to probably take out the bottom here, which I've already had to do a little bit of, but I'm going to take it out and restitch it, I think. I don't think I'm going to be happy with it, but we're getting closer. And when this is done, I'm going to sit down and finish them in the tart tins like it's shown here. But I got some gingham, or not gingham, rickrack to go on the inside. I saw somebody that had done that, and so that's what I decided I needed to do. I am stitching this on 25 count Evenweave in Pebble, vintage cloth by Holt. So, and I'm using the called for flosses, which came in a thread pack, so I bought the thread pack. So 2 blues, a red, a brown, the pebble color, and the white. So it's moving along. I think this will be a finish this week. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to, I think I have to go into work early. So it might not, I can't work on it in the morning. So it'll just depend on if I feel like working on it in the evening or not. Oops, I forgot to put this chart back in this bag. Okay. I did put a little bit of time in on a year of celebration, September, which is here. I don't think I made any color changes. I'm stitching this on the called for DMC. I did make one little mistake, but I'm going to leave it. The capital C is taller than the others. I don't care, I'm leaving it. But it's turning out cute. So that should be finished soon. I have not worked on this one in a while. So I was happy to put a few minutes in on this one. I'm stitching this on 32 count Desert Opalescent Lugana by Zweigart. I like the sparkle that it gives each of these pieces. It's just a fun thing that I swap out in a frame every month, and I really like it. And then the called for DMCs, I don't think I swapped any of them out this time. I I think I kept them all. I think I added an orange, so I'll have to look and see, but I think I wound up using the called for orange, which was the brighter one. So, anyways, moving that one along. I think I'm going to take this with me on vacation. I don't know. Now that I've figured out the birthday start and the anniversary start, I think I'm going to start thinking about what I want to take on vacation and making sure I have everything I need for that. I don't anticipate being able to stitch on that in the car. In fact, the more I think about it, I'm not sure I'll be doing much stitching at all in the car. We'll just have to see. But if I could bring a couple of projects that I can move along during, you know, the evenings or whatever, then I'll do that. So I'm going to bring something. I don't know. I'm not having high expectations on getting a lot done. I put some time in on Halloween Delivery by Plum Street Sampler. I am working on that crow. I'm stitching this on not the called for 36 count Fortnight Old Fashioned by Fortnight Fabrics. It's a linen. It's kind of a purpley gray color, and that's how far I got, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. This is the fabric. Perfect for a Halloween stitch. So I'm enjoying working on this crow. I think I'm gonna put it in a frame. That's my thoughts right now. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. But it's a fun stitch. I'm enjoying it. Oh, it is hot. We have been in the 90s most of the week, upper 80s, low 90s most of the week. We are currently at 88 degrees, and it was a little humid this morning but sunny, and now, like, in the last hour, all these clouds have rolled in, and it's sticky. I have the air, but I don't have it on because I think it'll make too much noise in the background. So I'm I'm dying just a little bit. I'm loving it. Please don't get my complaint wrong. I'm loving the warm weather. It's, you know, I feel really good with the warm weather. So I am liking it, but I'm getting a little wilty here. Anyways, I worked a little bit on the Cuckoo bird sampler, and actually I made a mistake and I had to take a bunch of the bird out, which kind of bummed me out. But now I'm back on track. It's working well. I am stitching this on 28 count Vichy, and it's a gingham, and I love it. I'm using the called for floss, which is bark, and this is where I'm at. So I did move the bird along, but I did have to take some of the bird out. Its breast was not working out properly. I didn't I made a mistake in here somewhere, and it took me a long time to find it, but I had to take it out. But I'm loving it. I think it's going to be so cool. I think this will be framed, although it could go in a pillow, but then it's a big pillow. Where would I put it? I don't know. I wish you could see that bark green on this fabric. It really, really is nice. So, yeah, this one will be done soon-ish. Probably before the end of the summer would be my guess. And I busted out Halloween Quaker. I kind of want to use see if the scraps of this fabric are big enough for another Halloween stitch that I want to start. So I thought, oh, I should probably put some time in and finish it. So by Lila's Studio, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. But I absolutely love this one. I am stitching this, I believe, I don't know if it's called for or not. 32 count murky Belfast linen. And I am using the called for flosses. My floss drop broke, but I am using the called for flosses. And I got the moon done. I am loving how she's turning out. She's so much fun. She's a big girl, but she's so much fun. So I think what I'll do is I'll come down here and start working this way now. But yeah, this fabric I really enjoy stitching on. It's soft. It doesn't shred my flosses. The color is amazing, and I just, every time I pull it out, I do enjoy stitching on it, so that's good. I'm stitching this 2 over 2. And then my experiment, just stitched by Teresa Kogut. I switched the colors on this, and I'm stitching it on a wooden canvas piece. And I had kitted this up, and I pulled out all of these gorgeous colors. Super pretty to, you know, swap the colors out. And then I stitched the words "just stitch," and it utilized almost the entire skein of the brown that I had. And I thought, what are you doing? You know better. Oh, let me... Because I'm doing 6 strands over the 2. But I put in these flowers. I finished the J, and I put in these flowers, and I love it. I think it's going to be so cool. So I had to go to, when I was at Hobby Lobby buying floss to kit up my birthday start project and anniversary project, I picked up many skeins of all of the colors I wanted on this one. Because it's much less expensive than a full skein of the fancy flosses. And I think it's gonna be fabulous. I love it. So, and the back, it's relatively neat, which is surprising for 6 strands. But I'm enjoying it. So, and these are the flosses that I wound up with, which are very, very similar to the original choices. I do have 2 greens in here just in case I want to switch it up. But, yeah. And I have my extra skeins at the bottom of the bag, so as I use them up, I've got replacements. Okay, birthday. I decided on what I was going to stitch. Partly because several of you said that you were starting this one and stitching it. So I started thinking about it. And you know what's interesting is I had been thinking about stitching this on a very pale, pretty hand-dyed blue linen. And some of you, quite a few of you, said that you were stitching yours on a hand-dyed blue linen as well. And so I ordered some linens. I ordered some from Fat Quarter Shop. I have a haul from them that had some fabric in it, but or cloth. I think I ordered another one, and then I ordered from Hollis Hands Creates several that could be a good contender. So we'll see with the fabric, but I am going to do Summer Quaker. It's going to be big. I don't care. My main concern with the blue is that it doesn't make this blue ocean fade away. And if I don't like it, I think I also ordered some cream and sugar. So worst case scenario, I'll stitch it in cream and sugar, which will be very similar to this. But we're gonna try some of the blue and see what happens. But the decision has been made. And then I'm going to use I don't think I've switched any of the colors out. So these are all of the called for colors. There's a lot of them. Summery, beachy, oceany. I love it. So it'll be a floss drop on fabric when it comes. So stay tuned. And then this I will start when I'm on vacation, because my birthday is on August 22nd. And I will be on vacation. So I will make sure that day I stitch. I think that day we're still driving to our final destination, one of our two final destinations, but I think I'm going to be in Memphis on my birthday, and I think on my birthday we're going to Graceland, so I'm kind of excited. I'm not a huge Elvis fan, but when you're in Memphis, you have to go see Graceland. So, I mean, I do like Elvis, don't get me wrong, but another thing off my bucket list. I'm kind of excited. My anniversary stitch, which I'll start on Monday, is Love One Another. This was one that I was in contention for my birthday, and then I thought, why not love one another? Start it for your anniversary, then you can start it sooner. And I am starting this, well, right now I've pulled a 40 count linen by Fabrics by Stephanie, Colonial Parchment. So kind of a peachy beige, although here it's looking really, gosh, that looks gorgeous. It's a really pretty brown, but in person it's much more of a peachy pinky beige, a lot of peach pink undertones. And these are the flosses that go with it. So it looks really good. It might not be translating on the camera too well, but it does look really good. So I feel accomplished. I made some decisions. Do you ever feel like that? You feel like you've got too many options and it's hard to make a decision? So this is fully kitted, ready to go. The birthday floss is all ready to go. I'm just waiting for the fabric choices to come in, and that's it. Haul. I went to Hobby Lobby to buy floss, and I came home with a shelf. So this shelf I'm going to put right up here, and I think it'll be really cute to put some of my cross stitch stuff on, or whatever. So I bought that. It was 50% off. So and it was just last week. Here's the number. Oh, ow, oof. Dang, that blister's gonna hurt. So it was 50% off, but there's the SKU. So I picked up that. My fabric came in for the Stitching with the Housewives weigh-in. So 28 count Monaco Evenweave, and I don't know. It doesn't say a color, so I don't know if Monaco is this color or if it comes in colors. Oh, tea dyed, right on the back. Tea dyed. So I will probably start that. It's a nice big piece. They gave instructions on the website. There's a thing you can download that shows you how to cut these so that you've got enough for, you could use all the fabric and cut what you need for all of the months. So I will cut this down. I'm not going to stitch on this big huge thing. And for that pattern, you have the weigh-in, which is the scale with all the little things around it, and then you have another stitch that is the month, and so you're stitching two things. So that's, I'm glad that this came in, because they showed on today's video, the Stitching with the Housewives, they showed the October weigh-in stitch, and it's cute. So I want to get going on this. This one might make it with me on vacation too, so I can try to stay current. I'm not very good on those monthly stitches staying current, but I might really want to focus on that so that I can get them finished and done and up and, you know, on display around the first of the month for whatever month I'm stitching. I am going to pick up probably in the next, I might wait till, I don't know, August or early September. I will buy the finishing piece, which is a scale. It's about 13 inches high. I actually think it'd be really cute on my new shelf behind me. And that's kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to put it. You have to paint the wood piece. The piece is from, I believe, Paisley and Polka Dot. I didn't bring the chart out here. Paisley and Polka Dots, and I believe it comes with the wooden base, and then you would use like the magnets and the washer method to secure the piece, you know, your stitches on those two pieces. So I think that's what I'm going to do. They have their scales painted in the blue color that's very similar to the base on this one, and cream. And I'm actually contemplating maybe navy, a nice, like a darker navy, maybe more of a maritime navy, not quite inky, but not a brighter navy either. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tossing it around. I want something neutral. I want something that's just a hint different than some of the others. I've also considered perhaps black and cream. I don't know. I think that will come to me as I get start the stitching and get that along. So anyways, I picked up some Fabric Flare 28 count even weave in historic beige. I'm sorry, this is gonna crinkle like heck, but I'm gonna take it out of the pouch because I don't think you can see it very well. Subtle modeling, a pinky beige. A nice cut. Quite a bit. So just another neutral that's a little different of an option. I wanted to have it on hand, so I picked that up. I think I have this already in my stash. I don't quite know why I bought it. Maybe it's a different count. Maybe it's from a different company. This is also, this is Fiber on a Whim, hand-dyed slate. So a very soft, subtle gray. minimal modeling. I noticed a couple of the Thanksgiving stitches that I set aside to contemplate used a light gray fabric. So I think that was what I was thinking. Fiber on a whim. And then I picked up flosses that I did not have for 2 Halloween stitches that I'm doing. Brenda Gervais, the booklet with all the Halloween stitches, and then there's another one. Maybe some of this goes for the weigh-in stitch. I don't know. I'm so not prepared, but really fun, beautiful fall colors. So now that I've shown you, I will go put them in the kit, and I might start that too. Maybe this week will be the week of starts. Who knows? And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to show you. I did the finish. Yeah. That's it. A shorter video today. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really do appreciate you stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week. I hope you get to stitch on all the things that you want to stitch on. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye.